So I'm now on the A2, the road between Moscow and Berlin, and this is near Łowicz, and this is the state it's in. Now, even if you do take the motorway, you've got to come this way, because the motorway hasn't been built this far yet. It's being built towards Warsaw, but it stops in a place called Sochaczew, which is the north of Łowicz, and that's it. So it won't get until Warsaw for a couple of years yet. Although there's plenty of, you can see there's plenty of evidence of the work that's being done to get it that far. The road condition here isn't terribly good. In fact, it's got a fair amount of holes in it, to be quite honest. No, it's a speed limit, anything too impressive. As we see, we can do 60 only here, which is the speed limit in town in most countries. Going past now, we have the apple groves. This region is particularly strong on the apples. There was an advert for Strabag. Well, I'm not certain that this is really anything they want to be advertising. Of course, they haven't done this road yet, so not to get confused. I'm a big fan of Strabags. In fact, I would be more than happy to join the Strabag fan club. And I think what a good job they do in giving us some decent roads. This one accepted, because I haven't done it yet. Despite the fact that this road will shortly be surplus to requirements because there's going to be a motorway, it's being done up, it's being rebuilt, it's been widened. Excellent. And very pleased with this. This is the work of Strabag, and no doubt they'll be continuing this work back to Łowicz. It's far better than it was. I'm very pleased with this. Apparently a 40 km/h speed limit here. Well, I don't like to go at much more than double the speed limit, but see, it's not affecting other people sort of swinging past me at a although most of them appear to be Russians or Belarusians. Well, anyway, let the police stop them. I'm following, so I'll see when they get stopped. At least that's the theory. This is part of the problem, I think, is with speed limits in this. But when people see that there's no longer any cause to have the speed limits here, they ignore them. And in doing so, they ignore speed limits where there should be speed limits. And this is the one of the problems. I mean, in other countries, I don't think you really get this so much. I haven't really noticed it in Britain or in Germany, for example. This is the Sochaczew bypass. This was built about 6 or 7 years ago, and the inhabitants of this town had really had enough of the traffic which was coming through. Now, all the major traffic is going through what effectively is a small town. It's a small town, and whereas the speed limits were 40 kilometers an hour and what have you, we had these HGVs on the non-stop route between Moscow and Berlin or wherever. I remember in the late 90s a couple of times, or at least a couple of times, they stopped it. They stopped the traffic by protesting. And so this major artery between Poznan and Warsaw was completely blocked. So anyway, this bypass was made. This is certainly the most expensive bypass that was made in the pre-EU days, which I believe was made totally with non-European money. The only one that comes anywhere close to it is the bypass in a place called Białobrzegi, which is between Warsaw and Kielce, because in Białobrzegi, that there is a motorway though. It's only about 6 or 7 kilometers long, if that. But that's a really nice fast road, and this one isn't. They wanted to build one, but they couldn't get the funds to buy the land. And anyway, they did it, and I think most of us who remember what it was like when you could have half an hour trying to get through Sochaczew are really very, very grateful for what they've done.